If you're somewhere north of 40 years old, you've started a GLP-1, and after years of fighting your weight, the scale's finally moving, but you've started to notice you feel softer, weaker, and more tired than you expected, and somewhere in the back of your mind there's a quiet fear that the moment you stop the medication, it all comes piling back on, then this is the most important 10 minutes you'll spend on your health this year. Give me those 10 minutes, and I'll show you 3 things. Number 1, the real reason the weight you're losing right now might be quietly setting you up to gain it all back. And I promise it's nothing to do with your willpower. Number 2, why the medication is doing exactly what it's supposed to do can work against the very body you're trying to build. And number 3, the exact method I use to help adults on a GLP-1 lose the fat, hold on to, and even build the muscle underneath it. So the results actually last after the medication does its job. No crash dieting, no living in the gym, and no undoing the progress your medication has finally given you. Stick with me. Because if you've been on this medication for a few months and something feels slightly off, the next few minutes are going to explain exactly what that is. My name is Peter Milhous. I run Fortify Fitness and specialize in one very specific thing, helping adults on GLP-1 medications protect their muscle and their strength while the weight comes off. I spent more than 25 years coaching people through body change, and I coach every single client myself. This is not just a system or a training app that you purchase and then get forgotten about. No assistant you get handed off to, just me, working with you directly the whole way through. So if any of this is starting to sound familiar, I want you to relax a little bit because you're not doing anything wrong. You did the hard part. You found something that finally works. You've just been given half the instructions, and I'm going to give you the other half right now. Here's what the last few months have probably looked like. The weight started coming off, and for the first time in years, that felt incredible. The number on the scale's dropping. Clothes fit differently. People are noticing. Then you started catching things you didn't expect. Your arms look a little deflated. Your face looks a touch gaunt, maybe older. You get winded on a flight of stairs you used to take without thinking. You feel frail in a way the scale doesn't really explain. And then there's the thought you try not to think about too hard. What happens when I come off of this? Does all the weight come back? That fear is the right instinct, because here's the part nobody told you when you started. A GLP-1 is excellent at one job. It turns the volume down on your appetite, you eat less, and the weight comes off. That's exactly what it's designed to do, and it does it very well. But your body makes a decision every single day that the medication has no say in. When you lose weight, it has to choose where the weight comes from, fat or muscle. And left alone with no instruction telling it otherwise, it takes from both. Research has shown that as much as 1/3, sometimes more of the weight people lose on these medications isn't fat at all, it's muscle. Let me put that in a picture. Imagine you're renovating an old house. You want to clear out decades of clutter, the junk in the basement, the stuff packed in the attic. So you bring in a crew, hauls it out fast. That crew is the medication, and it's doing a great job. But here's the problem. The crew doesn't know the difference between the junk and the load-bearing beams. If nobody's standing there protecting the structure, they start pulling out the beams too, because to them, it's all just weight to remove. And you end up with a house that's lighter, yes, but weaker than when you started. One good storm, and it comes down. Your muscle is the load-bearing structure. It's not just how you look. It's your metabolism, your strength, your independence as you get older. And when you lose it, your body burns fewer calories at rest, which means the moment your appetite comes back, the weight comes back faster and easier than before. That's the rebound. That's the thing you're quietly afraid of. And it isn't because you're weak. It's because without meaning to, you've been dismantling the one thing that keeps the weight off for good. So the medication's half the protocol, the half that handles appetite and weight. The other half, the half almost nobody's doing, is protecting and building muscle while you lose. Send your body the right signal, the right training, and the right nutrition, and it changes its decision. It holds on to the beams. It strips the junk and keeps the structure. You lose fat instead of muscle, you come out the other side stronger instead of weaker, and the results actually hold when you taper down the medication. That's the entire job at Fortify. We don't touch your medication. That's between you and your doctor. We handle the part that was never going to be handled for you. We protect what you've got. We build strength back into the right places, and we set you up so the body you're working towards is the one you can keep for the rest of your life, not just for the months that you're on the drug. And don't just take my word for it. Lisa came to me a few months into her medication. She was losing weight, but she was worried she was getting weaker by the day. We tracked her body composition ratio, and she was able to lose 6% body fat while maintaining 98% of lean tissue. Oliver had already lost quite a bit of muscle and was terrified of the rebound. We built a program specifically for him to gain confidence in the gym and be consistent. Now he feels stronger than ever before while continuing to lose weight. Jennifer thought it was too late to do anything about the muscle she'd already lost and wasn't sure why. When we looked at her diet, we realized she was eating half the protein she needed and helped her devise a system to get adequate protein each day. Now she has built a stronger foundation on a lighter body. These are normal adults with jobs, families, and busy lives the same as you, and just a few of the hundreds of people I've helped build custom programs to solve their problems. So here's what I do. Inside Fortify Fitness, I work with you one-on-one. Your training, your nutrition, your medication, and your body built around your schedule with me guiding you personally the entire way. You're never guessing, you're never handed off, and you never have to wonder whether you're protecting your muscle or quietly losing it. And for many people, the cost is minimal. Most of our programs are often eligible for HSA and FSA funds, which means you may be able to use pre-tax dollars you've already set aside. We've already done the legwork, and we show you how to use these funds if eligible. This isn't for everyone. I can only take on a small number of people because I coach everyone personally. There's only so many people I can give that to. But if this sounds like you, here's what happens next. Click the button down below this video and apply for a free strategy call. Short, no pressure conversation. I'll take a real look at where you are, tell you exactly how much muscle you may be at risk of losing, and map out what protecting it would actually look like for you. Whether you decide to work with me or not, you'll walk away from that call understanding more about what's happening on your body and this medication than anyone has told you so far. There's no cost, no obligation, but the spots are genuinely limited for the reason I just gave you. So click the button down below and book your call. Now I know what's going through your head because I hear it all the time. I'm already losing weight, isn't that enough? It's a great start. But losing weight and keeping your strength are two different things. Right now, you only have control over one of them. This is how you take control of the other. I'm not really a gym person. I don't have a lot of time. You don't need to be, and you don't need much. The people who do best with me aren't living in the gym. They're training a couple times a week with a plan that's actually built for someone on a GLP-1. What if I've already lost too much muscle to get it back? You almost certainly have not. The person who thinks it's too late is exactly the person we work with on this every single week. The only real mistake here is doing nothing and finding out the hard way when the weight starts creeping back. Here's the part that matters most. You're on this medication right now. This is your window. Every month that goes by without protecting your muscle makes that muscle harder to hold onto and harder to rebuild. You don't get this window back. You can use it. Come out on the other side leaner, stronger, and steady with a body that holds its shape long after the medication has done its part. Or you can keep going as you are, lose the weight and the muscle together, and then have the conversation you're afraid of with yourself a year from now. You've already done the hardest part. Don't waste your shot. Click the button down below, apply for your free call, and let's protect what you're working so hard for.